Greetings and salutations, it's your boy, Larson Halleck, and it's time for Kung Fail. As several of my fans have requested, we're looking at George Dillman and Kyusho Jitsu today. Okay, before we begin, yes, I am aware that The Pink Man has already done a Dillman video. It's very good, you should watch it after you're done watching this. In general, I avoid doing topics that other YouTubers have done, unless I can say something new and different about it. And I can in this case. I have obtained more than 2 hours of actual footage from Master Dillman DVDs, seminars, and various other money-making ventures. But before we can go into the good stuff, we can talk briefly about his history. If you want more in-depth info about his life and times, you know whose video you can watch. George Dillman is a karateka and a proponent of pressure point techniques, what he dubs Kyusho Jitsu. Of note is that he was a legitimate karateka in the past, point fighting to be sure, but he did win some legitimate competitions in the 1960s and 70s. Much like another semi-legitimate fraud we've discussed, Count Dante, Dillman saw that the honest life was not a lucrative one, and he instead decided to hawk bullshit. In this case, light touch or no touch knockouts via pressure point and chi manipulation, essentially claiming that the human body has big light switches on it that you can hit to knock them out. He is notable for actually having this tested by the National Geographic Society, and inevitably, they deemed it to be a fraud. Also, his excuse for why it didn't work is fucking hilarious. He said that subtle manipulations like the tongue being to one side of the mouth or the other, or a toe being lifted, totally throws off the chi. Anyway, let's just get to the Kyusho Jitsu. Oh, George Dillman is represented by Dillman International? I had no idea. Ugh. Anyway, the first minute or so is Dillman jerking himself off, and I apologize for making you imagine that, about how he was totally best buds with Muhammad Ali and Bruce Lee. Then we cut to this 8mm film stock, with Dillman standing next to, judging by his clothes, Scorpion, who has evidently let himself go. Also, this seminar is apparently being held in a cheap hotel conference room.
Right, left, that.
Yes, children, do a triple take a la Stan Laurel, and you too can just walk away from a guy choking you.
Anybody that it was that? Choke, choke, and take him out with a lock. And tap, a little tap.
We've left the Laurel and Hardy kata, and we've moved on to the Three Stooges kata. People, I didn't really plan on referencing so many slapstick comedy troupes. The fact that this footage has spurred me to do so should tell you a lot about Master Dillman.
And this would be the move, as in the kata. And if he reaches out to get me, and I touch... Get his head straight. And look at the eyes. Look, we can't get him open.
Gee, George, we can't see the eyes. I wonder why.
Natural reaction. And it's in the kata. If every time you did that in kata and you thought a guy was diving, they had sumo wrestlers, they had people, they had sumo wrestlers, they had people, they had sumo wrestlers, they had wrestlers, they had wrestlers, they had wrestlers, they had... Kata Seisan ends with this.
That literally looks like my dad pantomiming martial arts. Apparently, George cannot pressure point himself a decent scene transition or a basic text overlay. And another dumpy hotel lobby. Are these the only venues Dillman International can book? Anyway, Colonel Sanders here is going to teach us how to use pressure points to stop a double leg takedown.
And strike here.
You can take somebody down by lightly patting them on the back. Ocarina of Time was right all along. Well, I suppose it is better than the alleged way Dillman actually knocks people out, which is to bait them into testing a pressure point technique and then just sucker punching them when they're not ready for it. We then see one of Dillman's trainees teaching us to lightly nudge an ankle, grab the nipple, and then lovingly caress the face. What?
And of course that creates a nice yin response. Everything crumples and it'll go down pretty good. But we're just going to make this a little bit more, just a wee bit more realistic. So when he grabs me, I'm going to have him just pick me up a little bit just to really get everything all fired up in there.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, your eyes do not deceive you. He lightly potched the guy's tummy and he fell down. And then they put his legs into a butterfly position to revive him. I have a CPR and defibrillator certification, and I was never instructed to put people's legs into a butterfly position when they go limp. Ah, but wait, this must be some sort of super secret karate CPR. Oh, and by the way, Dillman discovered a different transition from putting crumpled paper on the screen. It's this pixel dissolve thing that looks like it came from every police procedural on TV. And then we cut to the big guy and a little guy. I know what this is going to be. It's going to be the little guy who's going to effortlessly incapacitate the... Oh, wait, it's the big guy doing the pressure point technique on the little guy. I feel this is wrong somehow.
His head. When I do that, you'll see that just like in the kata, he's going to come back just like that. And with his head back and it's stretched right here, as we went over today, you've got pockets here that you could attack, 5 and 6, 5 up here, wherever you want it to go. I'm just going to reach out and tap on 5 just real quickly. So it's going to reach out, grab, pulls you in because he's wanting you.
So it just looks like to me that Lurch clumsily bitch slapped the other guy. Hey, I got news for you, George. This is not a secret martial arts technique. If you're a foot taller and 60 pounds heavier than somebody, it's not difficult to knock them out. And here we have another clip of what appears to be the skinniest man in the world, who will be used as a guinea pig for Sleeveless McCool Dude.
Where somebody's going to come and grab you like that, you simply just step in front of them.
Titty slap! Wait a minute, bigger people slapping around smaller people, there's a word for this, it's, bullying. And finally, we got a celebration of Master Dillman's birthday. Why the hell would you film this? And of course, we got the P.O. box of Dillman International because he needs your money and he needs it now. And it holds on it, and it holds on it, and it holds.
Buy my book! Buy my book! Buy my book!
Budo International, using the same font as Disney's Aladdin. Oh boy, Dillman's gonna teach us how to kidnap women. So are we supposed to take away from this that the ass is a lethal assault weapon, or that we should stay away from trailer parks? Either one works for me. Despite the fact that one of these people is a woman, somehow they all have dad bods.
So they're not facing you and their strength and their weapons aren't facing you as well, all right? So let's walk you through a couple of those slaps up toward the eyebrow. Don't hit hard the first time, just get the angle and the direction like a light brush, please.
Did women need to be instructed on slapping people? I think it's pretty instinctual.
Fingertips a little bit more. Try to hit more mid-finger, like a quick snap. Oh, there we go, okay, good. That buckled his knees.
Wow, if you hit somebody in the head really hard, you'll stagger them. I had no idea. Okay, kids, that's it. All you gotta do is slap people in the head, and you'll be a killing machine. Even with slow motion and sound enhancement, that was still a weak little pip of a slap.
Okay, now again, remember, we're doing all grabs for this section, okay, because it's more personalized attack. In the first section, we were working with distance, how to keep the person from coming at you and getting a hold of you. Now we're working on the guy's got a hold of you, okay? So again, always give that first resistance, because it's going to be your natural response, then belly right into the person, just jam right into the guy, and then go for some targets, whatever you see opens up for you, okay? All right, Marshall, I'm going to ask you to grab her. Go!
Again, George Dillman giving us new and exciting revelations. If you hit somebody in the neck, they will hurt. Duh. Also, that girl's pants are falling down. Okay, another Dillman seminar, and oh look, it's in a crappy hotel, again.
Do things to people in public. You understand that? I had a man in a pub up in Canada say, "Are you sure this works?" And then he was down, and I'm going, "Hello? Hello?" He goes, "I guess it really works."
And then I did this like cool jump kick and I banged his wife. Yeah, I'm sure that happened, George.
You're going to go in here, and you're just going to do this. I don't care how strong he thinks his neck is. He can lock his neck. It can be strong. I didn't have him grab me because it would hurt him. If he resists and pins you in, and you do this, it's going to release that neck. You could actually just continue to break the neck with somebody else's technique they showed you this weekend, or you could just take him out on that side, and if I hit him that direction now, you're going to probably kill him. A lot of forms that I do that strike this way, I have that little knuckle that would go in that hole.
And that's how you know Georgie has never done full contact competition. Hitting with the pinky knuckle is a really quick way to break your pinky.
Knocked out with a ballpoint pen. I took a ballpoint pen, just went doink, and they pass out. Some people have a hard time dealing with that you can knock them out so easy. That's how easy it happens, though. If you know the nerves, you know the pressure points. You all right? You weren't pressing. Hold that. Press. You press.
Yeah, I believe that guy's not an actor. Ugh, this is the worst real estate speculation I've ever seen. Okay, that was Budo International, everybody. So what did we learn? We learned that slapping is the key to victory, and that's pretty much it, actually. I'm Larson Halleck, and if Mr. Dillman wants to try out his key testing, I'm more than willing to have him try it on me.
Just staying there, seeing what would happen. It didn't work.
Dillman thinks he knows what went wrong and has come up with a very interesting explanation.
The skeptic was a totally non-believer. Plus, I don't know if I should say that on film, but if the guy had his tongue in the wrong position of the mouth, that can also nullify it. Yeah, you can nullify it. You can nullify a lot of things done to you. In fact, you can nullify it if you raise those two big toes. Plus, if I say I'm going to knock you out, and you raise one toe and push one toe down, can't knock you out. And then if I go to try again, you reverse it. If you keep doing this, I won't knock you out.